Hey everyone, and welcome to their PTS match. My name is Derber, and today we're going to be playing the winged serpent Kukulkan, who actually got a pretty significant buff in the last patch. Now, the problem with this buff is it doesn't feel like a buff to a lot of people. You look at the buff and you say, oh, 2 to 2.5, what a actually, I saw someone on the forums, they're like, 2 seconds to 2.5 seconds, what a lazy change. That did nothing for him. Now, just to put this in context, before, when Kukulkan / Aoguang was the most broken character in the entire game, had to be nerfed, his 3 was a duration of 3 seconds, okay? The only thing that was changed about him is his 3 seconds went down to 2 seconds. That was the only change that affected him. Now, when you look at him and say 2 to 2.5, that's half of the nerf. So we have basically reverted half of the nerf that was there prior. That's a pretty significant change, and that gets him back to half of what he was before. And so that's one thing you do have to be careful of. I don't know why he's brawling here, unless he just has like a crazy amount of regen. Which is certainly possible. But if he dashes in... Come on, archers! Oof, what a fight that was. Hetty's so thirsty. OG Murder Blood. What do we got over there? Got OG Mudbroner. We've got the Pussycat. He had just the butt clench. He forced himself home. I'm not sure why he did that. Now, one of the downsides of Kukulkan's nerf previously, when he went down to 2 seconds, is his lane clear went away. Obviously, that has been remedied pretty strongly by him returning to the lane as he does now. I will actually need purification beads pretty early on. I'm going to skip it. So, again, I usually mention this every few videos or so, or if I'm playing a character that normally skips, excuse me. What skipping means when you skip an ability is that right now you can see that I have a point to spend. I'm not spending it. And the reason I'm doing that is that the limitation of leveling abilities is that you can't put points in the same ability twice. And so if you save your point at level 4, you'll be able to spend your point at level 5 on your ultimate, and then because you've spent your point into a new ability rather than putting 2 points into your 3, you can then, after spending that point in the ultimate, put another point into the 3 without having to use a point on the 2. Hopefully that makes sense. Hopefully that makes sense. There it goes. So you can see now I can put a point in my 3. Originally I couldn't. Now I can. That's the power.
No one sneaks from
I just set this up here.
An ally has been slain.
Don't take it. Mine. A lot of people over here. I'm actually putting another one up here. Let's look at the strong push on the right side. We're actually losing out a little bit early, it looks like. The reason I picked up the beads because I didn't want to get caught by this, basically. A good rain bounce if you want to get in there. I'm standing together like that. Now, of course, with beads gone, yeah, looks like mid-camps are going down here. I don't have beads, and we back to the tower. Kukulkan is still a frail character. Low movement speed. No real major escape. I'm not really too happy about this right now. I lucked out in the way that they didn't rotate. They're looking for Naja. My one's not doing a whole lot of damage right now, so I'm just going to back off. Got Suku here. Does he have Blink? Sure does have Blink. Something to keep in mind. We'll figure it out. Is Neith top tier? In live, no. On the PTS, she's close, but I would still say there's a lot. I mean, AMC's probably top tier above all the other hunters right now in PTS. But again, these are not the total changes you're going to see from the PTS. How much do I need for the book? I think it's 17, 1950. Okay. I should be able to sustain myself off of this. If I clear the next wave really quickly, I can definitely go home and pick it up. Iqbal replaces pen boots? I wouldn't say so. You're missing a little bit of power. The cost difference actually doesn't add up. Iqbal is definitely useful in a lot of ways. I wouldn't say it's 100% core and replaces that pen option. There are some concerns of missing pen options for physicals. And Iqbal, while great, may not be the solution that we're hoping for out of this. So again, level 8, I'm going to skip a point. You can see, if you look, we should level this up a little bit more. I think I may need this.
Serpents.
There we go. You can see that I can't put a point in my 3 right now. And the reason is, like I mentioned earlier, you can't put a point into the same ability twice in a row. But if I wait until the next level and I have 2 points to spend, then I first spend one of those points into my ultimate. I then can put a point into my 3 because I had beaten that requirement of you have to put a point into something else before you put a point into something twice.
Okay, bye. Your left tower is under attack.
Storm strikes.
I'll help with that. Purple bees is one that reduces cooldowns. One of them gives you cooldowns, one of them reduces your cooldowns, one of them actually does. The reason I actually opted to pick up the beads 3 instead of finishing my book early.
Enemies incoming right. Retreat right lane.
The reason I elected to finish off my beads instead of actually finishing my book for the stacks early is just because I'm really worried about getting caught. I mean, you got Athena taunts, you got tier grabs, you've got Hades ultimate. A lot of things are happening here, and it's really concerning because if they catch me, I'm gonna start falling behind. And the problem with ult here, it looks like I won't need to. There we go.
You are irreplaceable.
Got my ult ready for whenever they want to do it. Nothing, okay.
Your right tower is under attack.
Easy enough. He has a blank grab, which he may be looking to grab me here, but I don't think I'm going to let him do that. I may not even actually beats it, so they thought that he's actually really significantly behind. Ooh, nice try, buddy. You died.
Enemy has been slain. Enemy has
There we go.
been slain.
And they all come marching one by one. Not sure why they decided to do that.
Perfection.
I kind of want to try the new shield on Kukulkan, just because I'm going to take a lot of damage anyway. Maybe. I mean, the only person that's going to take a lot of damage from it might be Hades or AMC. Hercules possibly in certain situations, but interesting. Mannequin Strunk. Mannequin Strunk.
Your middle tower is under attack.
Yes.
There you go. Any questions for me? Will there be a Midas Boots replacement? No, not really. And a lot of the supports I've talked to, or top level supports really understand the game, are not really upset at all about the loss of Midas Boots. What Midas Boots did for you is you buy Watchers, you use that to rush into Boots, and then use the Boots to rush into Sovereignty. Because Sovereignty was so good, you were forced into getting massive gold gain items and then rushing into Sovereignty. And now with that Midas Boots, without Watchers, and without the easy enough.
Cancel that.
Without Sovereignty being as strong as it is, you have a lot of options to choose from. You're not really required to rush into Sovereignty as fast as possible, which means the gold gain is not really as necessary.
Take right lane. Be careful.
Enemy has
I'm noticing a little bit of a strong difference there with the half second coming through.
You rock.
Yes. I am constant like the northern star.
This is going to be rough for me because low movement speed means I can't really get over here. as fast as it was like, which means that I can't also get out. But I think they're low enough for me to be able to make some happiness come. If Shipalonki can survive anyway.
Ally has been slain.
I could use some assistance.
Your team has destroyed a right enemy tower.
Killing spree. Ah, here we go.
Ooh, close. So what I did there is I basically shot, and when you're up against someone, I mean, I know Camp Patrol, he's a really good player. When you're up against someone who's smart, you're not really going to be able to shoot a straight-on ultimate on them. So a lot of times you have to, like, you know, vary it very greatly to the left or right side. And what that does is a lot of times they'll be forced, and a lot of times they'll be like, okay, this person's not going to, they're going to shoot right on me, right? So they're going to try and dodge heavily. And what happens is they'll dodge heavily into your ultimate. And that's the only thing you can really do. I mean, long-range Kukulkan ultimates are so hard to hit. Really hard. Yeah, these last hits for stacks.
On my way. Thanks.
Enemy missing right.
The boots is an interesting conundrum, I think. You obviously need penetration early to deal with high protection targets like Guardians and Warriors. And the penetration in availability of boots means that you kind of basically have to get the boots, and you have to get the penetration boots, and CDR boots fall behind. It's weird, it really is, and especially with a reduced cost of boots and the goal of making those more of just a quick grab, and then you go into some more interesting items. I mean, some things have to change, obviously, but not everything has to change.
Okay.
So far, so good. I got a lot of gold, which is great for Kukulkan. He needs that gold. KK is not so bad now. I mean, he's about half what he was before. He's certainly usable. He's not to the level where it's just like, man, this guy is really difficult to play against. But he's certainly not. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Enemy has been slain. Shut down. Enemy has been slain. Enemy has been slain.
Wow, that dash, though. Call Free is going to come up so shortly. Not sure how shortly. Not flashing yet. The flashing that comes from buffs is a percentage of the duration left, and the Gold Fury Fire Giant, because they have a longer duration, a percentage of that is going to be a longer period of time. So flashing on the Gold Fury and Fire Giant doesn't really mean as much as it would on a buff camp.
Attack the Gold Fury.
Ooh.
On my way.
Attack the Gold Fury.
On my way. On my way.
Yeah, there we go. That duration making a big difference. Woo-wee!
Made a
I was pretty much stuck there. Without movement speed, I couldn't run. Yeah, there's not much reason to pick those up.
Enemy has been slain.
Straight into that.
Been slain.
You only have enough to get the, Woo! Oh, this is greedy. That's... Okay, good. I was hoping they wouldn't go into it. Ao Guang is still strong, uninstalled. Yeah, he's definitely in a strong spot. We'll see what happens. I mean, you have to remember there is actually a magical version of Witchblade now available, which is a pretty strong counter to characters like Freya and Ao Guang. I mean, let's check it out. It's magical protection, physical protection.
Help!
Wait.
Thanks.
Oh, it's only picked up. It's only physical. Wow, I didn't even think about that.
no worries.
There we go. Now I've got my magical penetration. Got CDR and some penetration. A little bit of physical protection as well. Not bad. I got 313 magic power. The Dynasty Plate Helm got a little bit cheaper. And 15 flat penetration is real good. Considering I have no penetration early on.
On my way.
Not bad.
Serpent swiftness. Slow down.
There's 372. Does my shirt say anything, or is it just yellow? It's just yellow. Just yellow.
Building stacks. Thanks.
Can I play Scylla? We'll see what happens in the next game. I might be able to pick her up.
An ally has been slain. An enemy has been slain.
Get that dash. Since they're committing so hard over there, I might be actually be able to pick them up here. Let's try.
Slow down.
Oh, that tick! That's doing pretty significant damage. Just lost a little bit of damage. One last tick.
Slow down.
Oh, if I hit that, he would be dead. Maybe. Maybe.
Storm strikes. Slow down.
Might be a tier coming through here. Do have beats though. We got Gold Fury. An ult coming up shortly. Oh boy. He's got pretty ballsy there, especially since they were missing one player already. A lot of their single target damage was gone. Uh-oh. Oh.
Slain an enemy.
That'll do it. Oh no! Come on. Lost it. 17-minute match. Seems like a lot of frustrated surrenders. Although we were pretty significantly ahead. Clean win. Clean win. Well, that's a fun one. You can see that Kukulkan definitely in a good spot. I think the one thing that would have to happen now to make him, you know, be really, really fun, really engaging, but also not like I hate this character because all he does is tap me with his wind and I die. Is just make his 3 now a little bit easier to hit, faster pre-hit, and all of a sudden you're good to go. I think that'll really help him. Well, that's going to be it for that game, guys. Thank you so much for tuning in today, and I'll see you in the next one.